today.
Alright folks, we got these oysters here. These are $5.99 and they came in today. He said at 6 a.m. in the morning. So hopefully they fresh. Pick a couple of them up here and smell them, rinse them off. They smell like the ocean. I don't smell anything funky yet. You never know, you might get one. They're all closed, they're not open. So we should be good. You can see they're good and sealed there. So we'll see. I'll show you how to shuck one. So for our oysters here, we're gonna do these New Orleans style char grilled. I'm gonna broil them though. I'm not gonna grill them. Got some garlic, got some parmesan cheese, we got some butter, we got some lemon, we got some boxed wine, we got frosty, and we got some French loaf here. We're gonna make some toast out of. Let's get started. So for oyster shucking, you need an oyster knife. Now this knife here is got a point. It's not super sharp on each side, but it's got dual blades on each side. Not super sharp like a regular knife. Still touch them. What you want to do is go in this back side of the oyster here. You can see right in there. You're gonna pop it with this here knife. I wish I had a little bit of tripod with me. I got the small one with me, but see if I can show you here. Go right up in the backside here, get you a spot, and then you're gonna pop it. It's hard for me to show you here and hold it in front of the camera. See if I can turn this a little bit here. You can see. So you got your knife in here. You're gonna give it a pop. I just heard that pop. Take your knife, kind of run around the edges here. Once you get the pop, your oyster knife here, kind of get it where y'all can see. You need that bigger tripod. Anyway, you're gonna go in here, got that broken up there. Let me see if I can turn around and you can see. See how it's popped open there? Just kind of run your knife around the edge there. Pop it on up. See here, got the knife inserted now. You go right around that lip there. Give it kind of turn when you get to this point. Slide it on through. Come on around. Hope y'all can see me here. So when you got that cracked open there, what you're trying to do, you're taking your knife, running around there, you're trying to scrape the top of the shell as you go around so that the oyster all comes off in one piece in the bottom of the shell. You see? That way you got a nice beautiful oyster there. I did get sausage, Mrs. Chef.
Good. Make sausage.
Big old juicy one here. All kinds of juice coming in. You're dust rag? I don't know. All you're doing basically is just prying the back of the oyster there so you can get it open enough. Get your knife in and give it a pop. Take your knife around it. Scrape the top of the shell when you're doing that a little bit. Get that off of there. And the oyster comes out. Beautiful. The first one I showed you is a little dry, so we ain't gonna eat that one. That means this was dead. Give that pop, work the backside with your knife. Get that pop. And underneath it. Follow it around. And on top of that shell there, break it off. Take a knife around the front here. There you go. Beautiful oyster. So out of the 8 we got in the bag, 2 of them were a little dry, so I went and tossed them. The other 6 were good here. So you want to make sure when you open them up, they got some nice juiciness in there. If they don't have the juiciness and they kind of get a dry film around them, that means they were dead. You don't want to eat them; they make you sick. So since we're broiling these anyway, the likelihood of getting sick off of them goes way down, but I want to make sure they're still fresh. The first thing I'm going to do here is squeeze a little lemon juice onto each one. If you get some seeds in there, just knock them out of there. It's not a big deal. So you can see we got a couple of seeds. Flick them out of there, not a problem. I think that's all of them. If not, we'll find them when we're eating them. Next thing up here, I got this boxed Chardonnay. You can use any Chardonnay you like. I like a good dry white wine. Just put a few drops in each one of these here. There we go. Next thing up, we're going to put a little bit of garlic in each one. It's hard to film this because usually I just knock it off there with my finger, but anyway, there you go. Like so all the way around. Alright, so the next thing I like to do is put a little shake of Tony's. Not too much because it's a little salty, just enough to give it a little hint there of goodness. There we go. And the last thing we're going to do here is cover this up with some shredded Parmesan cheese. If you're going to broil these, put your oven on broil. And slide them right in there under the broiler. Depending on your oven, depending on how long it takes. It should take about 2 to 4 minutes. Oh, I almost forgot the most important thing. Big dollop of butter on there. Now, that butter's going to make a sauce. We're going to make some toast, and you dip that toast into that butter sauce. There we go. That's looking much more like it, like some Acme oysters. So before we broil our oysters, let's go ahead and toast this toast up. So next time we go and shuck oysters, I will bring my big tripod so I can go over my shoulder, because it's much easier seeing from that angle than it is from this little tiny tripod, because I left my big tripod in the camper, so best I could do, folks. I mean, that is a tiny tripod. That's for like if you're sitting on a, on a bench or desk or something and doing live stream. But that's all we had tonight. So as you see here, our toast is ready. That toast is gonna go right in the middle here. So you kind of move all your oysters over. This is a way to do a half dozen. You're gonna drop that toast right in the middle. Now when all this cooks and melts down, this butter sauce will all be in the middle. It's gonna taste delicious, and that's what that toast is for. Ooh-wee, there we go. Looky there, looky there. Now we're just gonna put a few of these pieces of toast around here, like so. Something to dip your juices in. There we go. Need some lemons. There we go. There we go, folks. Let's go dig in. That looks delicious. Finish it off with a couple little forks. That way you can just pop them out of there and right in your mouth. And also at this point, if you got your favorite hot sauce or whatever, this is a Chipotle, Tabasco, but whatever you like, you can use the best hot sauce to me is Crystal. And most people will agree, if you've had a lot of hot sauces, the Crystal is the best Louisiana style hot sauce. But I don't have any right now, so we're gonna eat these straight up because I got the Tonys in there and they're gonna be delicious. So I'm gonna let that napalm over there cool down for just a minute before I go swallow that whole. So what we're gonna do here is see what our dipping, what kind of juice we got out of these here. A little bit of Nino bread. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. All right, folks, still pretty hot, but I can't wait any longer. The shell is so hot on my fingers. Should get that little bit of cheese right there. Those are so good. Well, I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope you learned something about shucking oysters. Maybe we'll go more in depth. It's a daunting task if you've never done it before, but once you get the technique down and you have an oyster knife, shucking knife, it's very simple. Pop them from the back, run your knife around, very easy. And I hope you know, make sure your oysters are closed. If they're open, they're dead. You don't want a dead oyster, make you sick. And if they have moisture in the inside of them, that's how you want them. You want them moist. You don't want them to be dried out. If they're dried out, they're dead. Don't eat them. Thanks for joining me. I hope you make this recipe at your house. Have a good night.